up, beautiful collectors and Transformer fans? Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the absolutely incredible contributions from my Optibotimus Plus channel members, specifically the one and only Stacy, we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Legacy Commander Class Decepticon Motormaster. Now, Stacy has been a long-time channel member and an even longer subscriber. Hailing all the way from Australia, she found this figure locally and sent it to me. But not just that, because she also included some other things. And I'm going to incorporate it into this video just because I want to have some fun with it. She sent me 3 packages of Tim Tams. We have salted caramel brownie, we have decadent triple chocolate, and dark chocolate mint. Now, I have never had these before, and apparently they're very popular over in like Australia, maybe even the UK, I'm not entirely sure, but we don't have them here to my knowledge in the US. So, with each segment of the video, so vehicle mode, combined mode, robot mode, I am going to try one of these, just like I said, for fun. But for the packaging on this guy, absolutely gorgeous. I really love it's almost like a Thor Ragnarok kind of look with retro 80s kind of colors and vibes. But you can see you got Motormaster right there. You have, that's Drag Strip, and that might be Wild Rider there, because those are the only other ones that are kind of coming out. Oh no, there's Breakdown. I mean, like, it looks like the other ones. I'm trying to look on here to see if all of them are on there, and I can't really tell. But, you know, either way, really cool package. I love it. I do like how it's also closed off so you can't mess with it or anything. Side here has a gorgeous image of, actually, Menasor, which is really cool to see. The other side has that legacy art. Again, very, very cool looking. You got product shot up there. You got warnings and things like that come around to the back of the package. You can see that he transforms in a whole bunch of different steps. To go from a truck to his robot mode, he transforms in 23 steps. And then transforming him into Motormaster, or the main body of Motormaster, is like 45 steps. He also has a gun base. This thing is stupid. Take a look at that, because I'm not going to really focus on that, to be totally honest. I'm sorry. If you guys want to see it, great. I'm sure other reviewers are going to cover it. But that's just kind of a waste. To me, it's just taking the trailer and doing something with it, which is cool, I guess, but realistically, I don't have an interest in it, to be totally honest. So hopefully you guys don't hate me too much for skipping that, but for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. And here we have Motormaster open up out of his packaging and in his semi-truck mode. And let's start this off first. Now, I picked the dark chocolate mint here, Stacy, because honestly, I don't know what to expect, and I like dark chocolate mint. So I feel like this is probably going to be one that I'm least worried about. Oh my god, these things are super thick. Holy cow. You get a bunch of these. There's 8 biscuits. It says 8 biscuits in there. That's pretty good. All right, let's give this a go. Hold on. You're not seeing me, but like, Yeah, that's good. So, wow. I dig that. So it's kind of like smushy on the inside, like it's soft. Like there's this crunchy bit, and then the inside here has like a softer, gooey kind of chocolate. That's, wow. Extra gooey centre. Because in England and the UK, it's not centre, it's centre. Although they say it the same way. That's really good. I like those. How do I close this? Very, oh well. Yeah, well, we're just going to have to eat the rest of those because I can't close it very well. But alright. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. I'm quite happy with that. Now, coming in to take a closer look at Motormaster. Obviously, this is a really big and thick truck. Now, I know a lot of people kind of complained about kind of the stubbiness of the trailer section. This, I don't have Optimus out here. We know how big Optimus is, but this is the trailer for Optimus. So it's about the same length, except for the little part here that sticks out. But it's definitely taller than Optimus is, and I like that because what's all in here? I got stuff like floating around. I don't. Oh, a whole bunch of accessories all up in there. That's a little storage thing for them. Now, Motormaster was always, at least for me, kind of depicted as being a little bit bigger. And I like that. This, for me, this whole thing works very nicely. Now, you can take this off if you really want to, but honestly, I don't know why. I mean, obviously, you have to do that for the transformation stuff, but getting this, there's a little, this is kind of hard to get at. Well, I'm just going to sit that right there. This is Motormaster himself. This here is all primarily the combiner stuff. And some people complain because, you know, that wasn't incorporated in the actual bot mode and all that stuff. I don't mind it at all, but I don't think a lot of people are really going to have just this guy going around. So you can kind of display these separately. I'm trying to find something here that I can use. Oh, maybe that'll work. There we go. So you can pull this piece out right there with a little stand. You can do that. I don't think a lot of people are really going to separate these for display. I think for the most part, everybody's going to, if you're going to go with a vehicle sort of display, you're going to go with that. Now, if you watch my review of Wild Rider, I did bring those guys in for comparison here. Now, obviously, this is a Commander class. A lot of the Commander class price point is, again, focused right here. For the most part, the figure is about a Voyager size. So, again, it's that same type of thing that they've done previously, where they'll release like a leader class figure. It's really a Voyager, but it comes with a trailer and makes it a higher price point, all that stuff. But I think that the scale here works really nicely. I mean, I love this. You're going to have all the Stunticons here, and we're missing the other two, but this is going to be a great display. I think in terms of vehicle modes, these look fantastic. I'm really very, very impressed. Coming around to take a look. Now, one thing that I do kind of wish that they completed the purple color. Now, people have already mentioned that this being gray makes them worry that it's going to have that yellowing that's been common in a lot of recent figures. And I definitely have that concern as well. It's something that we shouldn't have to worry about, but we do. Because otherwise, absolutely terrific figures are going to essentially end up looking bad because of that yellowing effect and giving it a weird greenish gray color. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen, fingers crossed, but time will tell. But I do wish that they filled in the color right here. I don't know why they couldn't have, I mean, because this is painted, so I don't know why they couldn't have carried on the paint there. You got a nice Decepticon logo on the side. You have, I'm just going to set that up. You got a Decepticon logo here, nice silver for the rims, purple throughout there, great rivet work on the actual molding as well. Come around to the front, you can see you got that silver grille section, the silver bumper, purple for the windows. These little bits here just are white as part of the body. And then looking at the rest of this, you can kind of see where everything kind of is gonna, you know, like be. Like these are the combiner port legs for the legs. You got this big giant Decepticon logo here. This is like part of his chest. But all in all, like everything comes together very nicely to create a trailer, which I think looks good. I'm really happy with it. I know that some people probably would have liked it to be longer, but again, like you could see with Optimus's trailer, it's roughly the same size and bigger, which I feel like Motormaster should be a little bit bigger and bulkier. But in general, I really like the way that this turned out. Now, he does have his combiner mode. I'm not going to get into the full combined section because that's going to incorporate bringing these guys in. I'm going to save that for the full review of Menasor when I do that eventually. But we are going to, I'm going to show you the parts and such for him. So first, this whole section pulls apart like that. Or, well, yeah, just like so. And then you can see he does have weapon storage on the inside here. He also has got a gun up here. So we're going to just separate all of this. This part here, we're going to separate. And again, this is a giant gun for him. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the, and I'm sorry if you guys want to see it, but I'm not going to go into that little battle station mode. Just not a big fan of it or anything. But these little bits right here are going to become his legs. So this section here, you're going to fold out and around, and then this piece comes up. Now, from what I've seen, obviously the ankles pivot here, so you're going to want to make sure that this is going to be on the inside. So there's one leg done. Do that on this side as well. Again, you're just going to loosen this, bring this up and around, fold this piece up like so, and then again that's going to swivel on this axis so that you can see that his legs are going to be like that there. So set that off to the back side here. These are going to become his arms. These are going to split down the middle. There we go, just like that. Now this is actually kind of fun. You're going to bring all this stuff in. This is all going to hinge and lock down like so. Now bringing this down just like this is how you're going to want to actually connect. In this case it's going to be a drag strip, but you can see you got a little piece right here and a little piece right here. You're going to literally bring these pieces in. This is all going to line up. I might as well just kind of show you here. But you got a little tab right there that pushes in there that is going to release everything. So that, and then let's bring that in, lock that in. So you have that. But what's really cool is that it will actually automatically separate this. So it does kind of help if you kind of separate these little bits right here. But this piece right here now is going to angle, get that, kind of like that. But it separates the two halves automatically. So bring that down, and then this section here, let's see, oh wait, come on, there you go, is going to hinge up there, and then take that, fold that down, and then this section here is going to hinge down and extend. And here you have the arm, and this is fantastic. I love that they did that, because now when you want to go back again, very similarly, that's going to accordion down. This comes up like so. Same thing here. Oh, like make sure you fold the I always forget that, but make sure you fold that out. Fold that, and then bring that, and then this comes up. This will lock back together, putting that all in there. And then when you pull out drag strip, he's now, oh, that separated, but he's put back together. I love that. Absolute genius. Absolute genius. So the way that the arms are going to be eventually is fully extended like that. And there you have one arm. There's the little connector part for the body. So there's that one. Same thing here with this side. This is going to fold down. That folds down. Separate that. Extend that out. Do that on that side as well. And they do like kind of lock into place there, which is nice to see. Fold that, and then rotate the hand. And then here's the other arm again. You have the connecting point. So there's the arms for the guy. Now, this does get a little bit tricky to do, but you're going to want to fold this piece up, separate this. This is going to become his torso. So straighten out this. Oh, bring that down. There we go. And then this piece detaches. It just pegs in there. So here's that. And then that's going to rotate around, and that will be, well, that's the butt of them. This is the back section here. This piece right here literally is going to become, again, a base form of sorts, you know, where you're just going to have, I don't even know how you do it, to be totally honest with you, but this is extra. This really doesn't do anything for the combined mode, so we're going to set that off to the side. Now, for this guy, first come around here to the bottom, you want to push these little pieces out. You're separating all of this, just like that. Then lift this, swivel that out, lift that, swivel that out. Then all of this, you want to pull this away from the body, that locks into place, and then you can pull this all the way up. I'm going to take these, fold this, fold this, bring this up. Now, getting all of this up, you can see you're basically going into his robot mode of sorts. So kind of bring this up. This is going to fold down, and you have his head right inside here. This whole thing shifts up. It's a little bit tricky to do, but it shifts up like that. Take Motormaster's head, rotate that around, bring that there. Take these little antenna, which I love that they're going off on an angle. That's really super fun. Then these right here are going to swivel back, just like that. And then this whole thing, I kind of forgot how this goes. To be totally honest, there, let's get that out of the way, because I don't remember exactly how that's supposed to be right now. Split that, and then rotate him around, I want to say. And then this whole thing does get a little bit tricky to do here. So you can have this completely open, take these, tuck that down, rotate that around. Do that on this side as well. Tuck that, rotate that around. Now these are going to rotate here at the thigh, and this is all going to come up and collapse in. Take the little Decepticon logo, tuck that back and around. Do that on this side as well. Tuck that back and around. Now this, you got a little slot right here that's going to come in there. So this, oh sorry, keep this, and then you have to angle this up and collapse the leg on the inside there. There we go, something like that, and then bring that down. Once you have that collapse, you're going to bring this up, and this will lock into place right there. Get this kind of out of the way. So again, kind of keep the leg twisted like so. Bring this, you're going to keep this section opened so that you can accordion the thigh section down and in. Go about there. Collapse that. Get that kind of proper. And then this comes up and will collapse. It's so hard to see because it's black. There you go, just like that. Now these pieces here, literally you're just going to push these in, lock these into place. On that side, these come up underneath, lock in right there. Take these little pieces, rotate these down. These will tab into place right there. Tab into place right there. Now this, I always forget how to do this with this these arms, so you're gonna have to forgive me, but this is going to rotate around, and that comes down there. Oh wait, yeah, something like this. Yeah, so you got these little holes on the inside here that literally, there we go. Something like that. No, you gotta line these up here. There we go. There we go. So you got the little hole on the underside here. That's gonna line up with little dots there. Just kind of find that. Get that in there, just like so. There we go. So again, keep that elevated up. Bring that down. Put that right there. Nice and neat. And here you have like the main torso section here. Now you're going to take this piece. This is going to come in. That's going to sit right there. This little piece right here, there's a little hole on the back. So you're going to bring this there and then bring this up. That will securely lock the back section. This whole front section then is going to come in. You got these little hole sections here that are going to line up here. That collapses in there all the way in, and then these little pieces lift up, and basically here you have them. Now again, I'm going to connect these just to show you what's going on, but I'm not going to attach the other guys. So there's the leg, here is the other leg, just like that. I'm going to spread these legs out a little bit just to get some dynamic poses. Yeah, right, because there's that, there's that. Now, you have the Combiner War ports down here for the back, which is cool. These ones use kind of like a slot thing here, which it's interesting that they didn't go with the Combiner, but you just bring that in and give that a good shove, and that will lock that guy into place as well. Do that on this side. You're not able to see it. So again, just kind of push this all the way down, and then slot that down. And for the most part, I mean, I said that I really wasn't going to do it. I was going the wrong way. Here we have Motormaster, and you can see that this guy does get pretty massive in terms of the overall size. Again, I'm going to do a full comparison later on. This literally just acts as like a battle station base thing. I don't care about that, but you have that. You do have a blaster sort of thing right here, which you can utilize if you really want to. You got these here as handles, but this is probably his best accessory, his sword, and it holds very nicely there. That is going to be a very cool looking bot. It's a spoiler because I'm already showing it to you guys, but you know what that means? More Tim Tams, yeah, because we're here now. So let's try these out. These are the Decadent Triple Chalk with the extra gooey Cintre. So again, I'm assuming, okay, all right. So same kind of thing going on here. Thick and pretty good looking. Again, a little bit lighter of a color, but let's try. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Definitely chocolate-y, I should say. You got, again, the crunchy on the top and the bottom, the gooey center here, the outer section here with chocolate. You can see that. I mean, that looks pretty darn good, huh? Yeah. And look at the gooey center. Yeah. I'm digging them. Because I'm such a fan of the mint, I still think that the mint one's my favorite. So far. We got one more to go. That's gonna be the salted caramel brownie. That sounds delicious. But there you go. There he is as Menasor. Now, separating all of this, this part I will mention is kind of tricky because it doesn't have that quick release that the legs do. So I'll just start off with that. This you really kind of have to just like pull, and I'm not a huge fan of that, honestly. And I don't see an easier way to really kind of do it, and that sucks. There we go. You literally just kind of pull it off. So you slide down and then push up. So that hurts my fingers more than this guy did. So now we have that detached. Go ahead and fold these pieces down. You can take this off. This is going to rotate. You're not going to need that for anything. And then these detach. Obviously, we're going into Motormaster's robot mode as opposed to Menosaur's. So that's going to separate. That'll pull away. And again, this little bit here is Motormaster. I mean, that's really kind of impressive. We're going to put these pieces back up like so. This section here, you're going to pull away from the body. Just kind of angle that around like that. Come around here to the side bit. You're going to pull that away. Oh, I'm sorry. You could probably pull these little pieces out. A little light is flickering over there. That's going to annoy me. Pull that down. Separate that. Bring that down. Like so. And then this, obviously, you want to rotate these back and around. This whole section will fold. Or can you hear that? Can you hear the light sparking? Bring that up like that. And then this whole thing is going to shift down. Here, stop that. Okay. Put that there. And then bring that back up. Rotate these around. These will lock into place. Bring this out. You can extend that all the way down. Make sure you fully extend the knee for the height that you need. And then collapse these pieces back down. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to rotate that torso bit, and then this comes over his head. This rotates around. Bring these down. Bring that down. And then this goes around here. This will lock into his back section. Come down here to the hands. Fold the hands up. Or fold the hands out. Like that. There, come on, little man. There we go. Don't you start doing that. Don't you start doing that again. I don't think it's dying. I think it's just, it's weird. It's a weird light. Fold these down. You got little tabs right here that lock everything into place. So you lock that. This swivels down, and this will lock in along the side. Same right on that side. Find that little tab. Where's that little tab? There we go. Push that in. And here you have Motormaster in his robot mode. And honestly, I mean, I really can't think of a mode on this guy that is not good. Other than that little battle station thing, like I talked about, that I cannot stand. There's not a mode on this guy that I don't think is amazing. Now, honestly, all this stuff you could use for the battle station, because otherwise you just have like all these extra parts here, which I get. You know, you wanted to do something with it, and I give the folks over at Hasbro credit for kind of recreating, because the original one I know had like a little base and everything, so I get that. I just, for me, I really don't care that much about it. But you know what I do care about? Here it is, the salted caramel brownie. So we're going to try this now. This is the final one. I'm going to give you my overall thoughts on all of these. Again, it's gooey centrib. I mean, I'm wondering, they really kind of break this down interestingly enough. I mean, they have all the different stuff on here. I'm trying to see how much sugar is on this one, like, because it's probably going to kill you. Or kill me. So, you stop sparking. And I'm trying to see, where do we say that? I gotta believe that it says protein. Okay. No, wait, sodium. What? Energy? Energy? This gives you, that's probably calories, because the burning of calories is what gives you energy. That's kind of funny that they call it energy, though. Oh, sugar. Okay, here we go. It's not terrible. 9 grams of sugar in one of these. It's not completely terrible. All right, so here we go. Salted caramel brownie. Let's give this a go. All right. Oh, there's some gooiness right there. Yeah. All right. I like this one. All right, definitely very gooey. All right, of the three, the sorry, I'm chewing. The decadent one is probably my least favorite. Salted caramel. Oh man, that's really good. Honestly, I'm probably gonna say that this one's my favorite. Yeah. The packaging on these things suck. It's kind of hard to get back in there. Yeah, so, wow. Shout out again to you, Stacy, for, sending this. What a terrific gift. Thank you so much for that. If you guys enjoyed this review, you absolutely have Stacy, my channel member, to thank for that. Irresistible milk chocolate coating with extra chalk covers 2 crunchy biscuits. Definitely my favorite. Definitely my favorite. Followed very closely by the mint one. I just love mint flavor. Like mint chocolate chip is probably my favorite ice cream. Love that. And then, not that the decadent one's not good. That one was really kind of rich. I mean, all of them are kind of rich in their flavoring. But stop with this light's gonna, like, seriously annoy me. Not that, like I said, the decadent one's not good, but that one's very thick, very rich. Good. I do like it. But, yeah, that salted caramel, chef's kiss. But let's get all this stuff out of the way. Let's continue on with the review with Motormaster. like I said, I really don't think that there is a bad mode for this guy. I think that the Hasbro team has done a terrific job with him. As you can see, you can have him hold the sword if you really wanted to. You also can, where's it at? You also can have him kind of hold this blaster here. But, like, to me, I feel like that's a little bit too big. But I guess, you know, you could still do it. If you really wanted to. So, there's that. Now, for a size comparison, again, if you've seen some of my other videos recently, kind of brought these guys in so that you could already see it, but here is Dragstrip and, of course, Wild Rider, and again, I think that the scale works perfectly fine here. As him being a Voyager size figure, even though that he's at that Commander class price point. What's going on here? No, I do not have these fully extended. While he's at that price point, I honestly still think that the scale here works really nicely. I know some people complain about it, but at that Commander class price point, you're getting all this extra stuff. So scaling wise, he does exactly what he needs to do. He needs to be bigger than the other Stunticons, and that's absolutely the case here. I'm so excited about being able to complete this group. First articulation, as you can see, the head is on a swivel. It doesn't really look up and down. It's just kind of locked right there. That is a gorgeous head sculpt, though, too. Coming in to take a closer look at that, that looks fantastic. Gorgeous purple in there. Grumpy looking face. Absolutely great. Even the colors on the rest of them are exactly what you would expect. They're the dark blackish gray. You got purple. You got white. All the colors are really very nice on them. Got that little Decepticon logo right there. The shoulders do swivel forward and back, and they also hinge in and out, but you can see, I mean, mine's really tight, which is good. This one not as tight, but this one, you lift it and that part comes up. So I don't know if the joint's too tight or if that's too weak. Either way, just keep that in mind. You do have a swivel here at the bicep. You do have a 90-degree bend at the elbow. The wrist, as you can see, can rotate around, which is nice to see. You have a waist swivel right there, forward and back, with ratchet joints for the hips, in and out with a softer ratchet joint. You have a swivel at the upper part of the bicep. You have kind of like two joints here at the knee. One of it is just kind of designed for going into the combined mode and all that kind of stuff. So you kind of have two joints right there, but you don't really need two of them. And then you do have ankle tilt with that side bit right there. So overall, everything that you would want in terms of articulation is on this guy. And it's, like I said, I mean, that is a very cool looking in the square. I mean, like everything on here nails it. I mean, I'm really impressed with it. I am really curious if they're going to continue with these. This is not one of those, at least in my opinion, like a one-off thing. People are going to want more combiners with how well they're doing them. I don't know how they're going to do it, to be totally honest, because Motormaster comes with that trailer where you can use that to create the rest of the body. I don't know how they're going to do it, like with the aerial bots. I would love it if they did the aerial bots. If we got the Stunticons and aerial bots, I'd be fine, because those were, the two first combiners. I don't honestly know how they're going to do it. So time will tell, and hey, with San Diego Comic-Con coming up here, maybe we'll get something kind of revealed. Who knows? Fingers crossed. Make sure you're following me on Twitter and Facebook, as I will be going to San Diego Comic-Con for 2022, and I might be able to show you some pictures from the show. Now, to transform him back, first I'm going to start with this guy and get him into the main truck section. So so that around like that. This bit right here is going to detach and swivel around. Bring that up like that. Bring that up like so, and then bend this forward. That'll line up this little tab that's going to slot on the underside here. Just bring that over. Give that a nice little push. So again, on this side, bring that up and around, and then line that tab section up and pop that in just like so. Now you basically have him configured how you're going to want him. So it's going to look like this, which means this whole section here is going to fold down. So detach the little knee flap right there. You can detach this piece. This part always is difficult for me because I don't have very good fingernails. Pull that out like that, and that's going to swivel around. Bend this. Now it's a little bit easier for me to kind of separate this and then pull the tire out I don't think you have to, but it's just easier for me. And then rotate that around and pull this piece, the back section, out as well, and then rotate that. And you got to pull that little tab or that little flap out there, then bring that up like that. So let's do that a little bit more fluidly here. So we're going to separate this, separate that, pull this piece, get that there, pull this piece out, and then pull out the little tab section on the inside there. Then this piece here, I'm going to use that to kind of get leverage to pull the tire out, put that back, rotate that around just like that. Then this part here, you're going to accordion this all down, fold that piece in. All this stuff here is going to come around, lining up there. There we go. Kind of keep that as straight as you possibly can. Do that on this side as well. Connect these two halves. Might make it a little bit easier for you just to kind of see where everything is going. Just like that. And keep that like that. And then collapse all this down so that you can shift this down proper. Come on, there we go. Keep that out. There we go. Just like that. These little pieces are going to push in and tab in along the sides. This comes up. This will collapse down there. Now you got little, now I don't want to say peg holes or anything because they're not really peg holes. They're just where the pins are. You got little posts on the underside here that actually comes over and pushes down and locks that into place, which I think that's a nice use of those little extra bits. Let's see. I feel like, is that straight? There we go. All right. So when you're done, there you have the main cab for Motormaster done. But now we got to bring in all this stuff and get this all transformed up, which, you know, is kind of a pain in the butt. But again, straighten this out. This is going to rotate, brings around like that. No, sorry, bring that down. Lock that into place just like so. Do that on this side. Bring that down. Bring that down. Connect that like so. And then these are going to come together. Make sure that that is straight. So this is going to come together like that, but you do have to bring in this piece. So bring this down and just kind of look up here. Where's the little tab? There we go. So this lines up with the little gap section here. That's going to go there. That will go on that side. Then you have that piece done. These arms, I'm going to collapse that all the way down. And then all of this collapses. Bring out the tire. That collapses, locks down. Rotate the hand. That'll lock into place. And then these little panels on the side will extend up along the side there. Do that on this side. So again, extend that down. Bring out the tire, extend that down there. Make sure that's completely collapsed. Like so. Fold the hand back like that. And these bits are going to accordion up just like so. And then you can connect these two halves right there. And then this comes around here and you're going to be able to put this on the top section just like that. There we go. Now with this piece, this gets a little bit tricky. So you want to fold these all the way down, and then this piece here, these little sections here are going to slide up here, and that will lock into place right there on the front, just like that. Then this piece, and I always forget how this actually kind of goes. I think it's like this. There we go. So you just fold this around, you sandwich this entire thing together, and literally, yeah, there you go. Squeeze all of that just like that. Sandwich that around. These pieces come together, and then they come down just like so. And then you come around here to this section. Now, if you have if you want weapon storage, does have it. You have to take this piece right here. This piece you kind of lift up, and then there's a little hole on the bottom here. You take this, and you tab that right into that hole. And then you bring the two halves together. This just kind of slides in there. Squeeze all that together like that. There we go. Nice and neat. And now you have the trailer section done. You bring this back in, peg that on, and boom! There you have Motormaster back in his truck mode. But there you go, guys. There's my look at the new Transformers Legacy Commander Class Motormaster. Ultimately, I feel like this figure kind of soars on all levels. Vehicle mode wise, looks fantastic. I love how they were able to, instead of putting in the gimmick in the individual figures, they put it all in this, which works perfectly in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to complain that it's a parts former. Well, it's a combiner. All combiners are parts formers. It's a normal thing. It is not something that honestly bothers me. And while I don't particularly care for the whole little mobile base thing, and I didn't show it, and I apologize if you really wanted to see it, I just don't care for it. But I do appreciate that they put it in as a nice homage to that original G1 toy. Transformation is fun. This guy does some fairly simple things, and you can see the transformation is fairly straightforward. This, though, comes together very nicely. As I said, there's not really an aspect of this that I don't like. I mean, I don't care for the... Oh, I'm hitting my camera. I don't care for the little mobile base, but, I mean, I get it. It's not something that I'm going to knock the figure for. This is a really very well done figure, and I am very, very curious how they can expand upon this whole combiner line and do others. It would be great if we could get the aerial bots. That would be my next most sought after combiner, I guess. Followed very closely by Computron. So, fingers crossed. Time will tell. So, all that being said, if Motormaster is a figure that you would like to add to your collection, he will be hitting his various retail locations fairly soon. My good friend Stacy in Australia was able to find this as it was released over there already. So if you are looking for him, just be patient, and as always, good luck and happy hunting. Or you can do the real simple thing and just pre-order them through places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, or even Entertainment Earth. For all those places, I'll put links right down there in the video description, where you can head on over there and check out availability on this guy, as well as the rest of the wide range of Transformer figures. And finally, again, I want to send a huge shout out to you, Stacy. Thank you so much for making this possible. If you guys would like to help support the channel by doing things like that, or even just chipping in a couple bucks each month, that support really does go a long way towards helping me out. And if you enjoyed this video, you absolutely have the one and only Stacy to really thank for it. And finally, please remember that the real trouble with this whole world is that too many people grow up. Thank you all for watching and taking the time to be a kid.
The evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers.